Hello, how are you? Today I have decided to turn up here with a poem. The name of the poem is The Ball Poem, written by John Berryman. He was indeed a sensational poet who had written many poems in his life. Now, when we talk about this poem, The Ball Poem, we just come to the conclusion that the poet here wants to convey a message of the harsh reality of this material world. He just wants to tell us that this world is full of enmity, greed, vice, violence. All these ill practices have surrounded us. He talks about that whenever a child grows into an adult man, he started feeling himself. He starts feeling that he is indeed a vicious circle of this world, where he finds that there is a cutthroat competition in this world, where he finds himself unfit to stand. And if we can't tolerate these things, then we will succumb to the situation and thus lose our life. This poem talks about what is the boy now who has lost his ball. What is he to do? I saw it go. These are the opening lines of the poem. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that a boy has lost his ball. The ball here stands for simplicity, honesty, innocence. The ball is a symbol of simplicity, honesty, and innocence, which is found in a boy, in a child, because a child has just come from God Almighty. So he doesn't lose his chastity, he doesn't lose his boyhood, innocence, simplicity, honesty at that very instant. Slowly, gradually, the more he indulges in this materialistic world, the more he finds himself in fully surrounded by greed, malice, grudge, violence, anger. All these things surround him. So, in that way, the poet is lamenting the fact that the child has started losing his boyhood, his innocence. Now he has started understanding what is the meaning of losing a thing. He has lost his ball. The poet here talks contrary. These are contrary things. The poet tells us that he has lost merely his ball. By losing the ball, he has started feeling that he has lost everything. Whereas he will have to lose many more valuable things in his life, which will be unbearable for him. So he will have to bear the brunt. He will have to face the music of this material world because no one is there to console us. We will have to face the problems alone. If we are in jeopardy, if we are in crisis, no one will come in our rescue to help us. We will have to face all the dismal condition, all the critical condition alone. All the jeopardy will be faced by us alone. No one will come in our rescue. So the first line is, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? The poet talks about the boy and he talks what kind of reaction will there be on part of that boy who has lost his ball. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is to do? Now what kind of reaction will there be on the part of that boy? The poet is thinking about that. I saw it go, merrily bouncing down. Now the poet tells us that the ball had landed in a river. The boy was playing with the ball, and ball had fallen into a river. So now the poet tells is seeing. Now the poet is seeing the innocence, the childlike situation of that boy. He is thinking that the boy is unaware of the fact. He has not yet understood fully the harsh reality of this material world, that this world will be good for nothing for anyone. We will have to face many problems. We will endanger our life in due to course of our life. So, street and then merrily over, the ball entered a river. Tree, there, it is not, it is in the water. The ball has entered the water. Now, what is ended cannot be mended. The search for happiness is one of the chief sources for unhappiness. If we try to pursue happiness through these worldly gains, then our pursuit will be futile. So, in that way, no use to say there are other balls, an ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. If we try to console that disconsolate boy, then it will not help him overcome his jeopardy. Because who will come to console him in life? No one will come in our life to console us every time. We will have to console us ourselves. We will have to admit the fact that we will have to console ourselves automatically. No one will be there in our respite. So, trembling, an ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. Now he is ultimately in pain. He is ultimately in pain. Now that pain has fixed him. So, in that way, so now fixes the boy. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring down. He is standing completely rigid, trembling, staring down. He is now in uncomfortable position to see this kind of scenario and staring down all his young days into the harbor. Now he thinks that everything has lost with that ball because he is indeed so innocent, so childlike, so sincere that he thinks that his life is there in that ball. Harbor there where his ball went, I would not intrude on him. Now the poet has decided not to interfere in that situation. He has decided not to meddle in that private affair of that boy because he is not going to support him in that way. So a dime, another ball is worthless. Now if the poet thinks that if he keeps consoling the boy saying that he can buy another ball or he can another ball or that was not worth the money, another ball is worthless because he has to face this kind of situation in future also. Now he senses first responsibility. Now the boy has started understanding that this world is full of pain, grief, dismay, misery. First responsibility. In a world of possessions, people will take balls, balls will be lost always. And in this world of where people are indulging in hectic competitions of getting more and more pleasure, worldly pleasures, then in that world, possessions and worthless. Now he senses first responsibility in the world of possessions. People will take balls, balls will be lost always, and the boy will have to lose the balls every time. He will have to lose the valuable things every time. Little boy. Now, the poet is telling about the boy that the little boy means that he is lamenting the fact, he is showing the fact that the boy is unaware of this future calamity. And no one buys a ball back. We cannot get whatever is lost, what is done cannot be undone. What has been done cannot be undone. Because if we have lost something, then that is not going to come back. We will not going to come back what has happened with us. Money is external. Now money doesn't bring us any kind of happiness. If we think that by spending huge amount of money we can get huge amount of happiness, then that is our thinking is absolutely pure imagination. This is indeed a figment of our imagination that we will get happiness by spending more and more money because that will bring more and more grief and pain. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. Now he is fully desperate, disillusioned, and disappointed in to see the harsh reality of this world. He has now gradually started understanding that he is going to enter the vicious circle where he will find many brutal things, where he will find many cruel people, unreliable impostors in his life who will serve him no good, who will try to harm him in that way, despite it. The epistemology of loss. Now he has started understanding the knowledge of loss. He has started understanding that he has to lose many things in his life. And this world is our sweetest songs are those that tell of our saddest thoughts. So this in this way, this is the life. We just find ourselves in a very uncomfortable position the more we grow older. To stand up, knowing epistemo, know how to stand up, knowing what every man. Now he has started understanding that he will have to face the consequences alone. He will have to fight alone. Or what every man must one day know. And this is what we every person has to face. Every person becomes a man from a boyhood. So he faces the harsh reality of this worldly matters. And must one know many days how to stand up. I must know many days. And not now, but after some time, he will have to understand how to stand up in that precarious situation, against that precarious situation. If you have landed in a dismal condition, then you will have to face the music, you will have to bear the brunt of this world, because we are supposed to indulge, we are in this material world, and we are supposed to encounter the people who try to harm us. Thank you.